We are learning more this morning about the social media star now accused of murdering her boyfriend. She was arrested in Hawaii, and now authorities are releasing new video evidence in the case.
The disturbing surveillance footage was taken just months before one of them could do something so horrific that there would be no way of coming back. Almost 2 months later, on April 3, 2022, Miami police got an alarming 911 call from the girl from the surveillance video, Courtney Clenney, describing how her boyfriend was bleeding out to death. But what events led to this bone-chilling surveillance video? Did Courtney Clenney purposely kill her boyfriend, or is there more to this than what meets the eye? How is it that a young, beautiful OnlyFans model with 2 million followers found herself in the middle of a murder investigation? Welcome back to Mysterious 7. Before we begin to tell today's tragic story, our deepest condolences go out to the family and loved ones of Christian Obumseli, the man who fell victim to this tragic act of violence. Courtney Taylor Clenney was born in Austin, Texas, on April 21, 1996. Growing up, she was fortunate enough to live in a privileged home and attend a private school. Early on in her life, at only 13, Courtney discovered a profound interest in theater and dance. Her parents gladly supported her in all of her endeavors. Courtney was a natural at theater and dance, but the lessons came with a condition that she had to maintain a rigorous fitness routine. Also being good at athletics, Courtney grew up playing numerous sports. By her second year in high school, she was into soccer, volleyball, diving, and horse riding. Due to her keen interest in the entertainment industry, Courtney was eager to pursue acting as a career. In fact, she went on to act in numerous roles in TV shows and movies. Between 2013 and 2014, she also did roles in a few short films. Then, in 2015, she appeared in Pepsi, Cirrus Logic, Celebration Church, and Discount Dollars commercials. Her most recognized role to date came in the form of the 2016 Richard Linklater movie Everybody Wants Some. She loved her exercise routines and soon developed a passion for fitness. At the age of 20, she started competing in regional and state-level fitness competitions. Her first competition was the 2016 NPC West Coast Classic, where she competed in 2 categories. Before long, she earned a scholarship from EHP Labs, earning quite a good amount of money. Fitness was such an integral part of Courtney's life that after high school, she studied hard to become a certified fitness trainer at a private college. After college, she moved to Los Angeles to grow an online fan base. She started documenting her journey as a bikini competitor on her YouTube channel, which she created in April 2016. Taking on the name Courtney Taylor, she began regularly posting workout routines and fitness tips on social media. However, as time went on, Courtney realized the pictures posted in swimsuits were getting more engagement, which helped increase her follower count. As her pictures got bolder and bolder, her popularity was skyrocketing. Soon enough, Courtney gained a following of more than 1 million fans on Instagram. Due to her social media popularity, many companies approached her with sponsorship deals for her to promote their products, from tooth whitening to activewear and to even shaving tools. There were a lot of sponsored posts on her Instagram handle, along with her regular posts, sharing her glamorous lifestyle. Courtney was a popular promoter for several different brands, and as a result of this, her personal brand soared too. She also sold her own t-shirts and other merchandise. It was only natural that when OnlyFans became a legit business, she signed up for it. It seemed like there was no stopping Courtney when it came to success, even at a young age. Her Instagram surpassed an enormous follower count of 2 million. At 20, Courtney built a name for herself, literally, as an established influencer. After starting a new relationship in 2020, Courtney seemed to have it all. Her social media posts began regularly featuring her boyfriend, Christian Obumseli, who was referred to as Toby by friends and family. Christian Toby Obumseli was born in April of 1994 in Dallas, Texas. Being the youngest in his family, he was always adored by his siblings and parents. Christian attended Plano East Senior High School as a kid and completed his graduation in 2012 before enrolling himself in Texas Tech University, grabbing a bachelor's degree in communication studies and business management. He had a keen interest in rugby and snowboarding. Despite his fun-loving and adventurous nature, Christian had big plans for his life, as he put serious effort towards achieving those goals. After college, he went on to start his own consultancy firm, under the head of Wiseman and Peachtree LLC and made a good living as a cryptocurrency trader. Christian was known as a compassionate person who put a smile on everyone's face whom he met. Although the exact time when they began dating is not known, Courtney and Christian were known to have been in a relationship and shared their first picture together in 2021. After that, there was no shortage of lovey-dovey pictures on both of their social media feeds. Pretty soon, the couple moved in together at a luxury penthouse apartment in Miami, Florida. Combining their income, they were comfortably living a lavish lifestyle, dining in luxury restaurants, driving luxury cars, wearing designer outfits, and going on expensive trips, always sharing snippets of their glamorous lifestyle with their online fans. From the outside, it seemed like a match made in heaven, a golden couple who had it all: looks, luxury, and love. As it turned out, however, behind closed doors, their relationship was not as perfect as it was presented to be online. In fact, whenever Courtney and Christian went out in public, their friends felt something was not right between them. They often made a scene by fighting, yelling, and hitting. However, according to their close friends, it was Courtney who was always the primary aggressor, as they always witnessed Courtney hitting Christian, but they never saw him laying hands on her. Instead, Christian tried to de-escalate the arguments. Christian always assured his friends that this behavior was merely a result of her alcoholism, but she was, indeed, a good person. Courtney, despite following her heavy workout regime, seemed to take a liking to alcohol. Most nights, she went out clubbing and partied till late night or early morning. It wasn't long before she was a familiar face in the nightclubs around Miami, Florida. Sure, Courtney was having fun living this lifestyle without having to worry about money, yet it did not come without a price. She received 2 DUIs, and the second one sent her to jail for 3 days. Drinking was a problem that was not only affecting her life, but her partner's life too. When under the influence of alcohol, Courtney became violent and unpredictable. Courtney yelled, cursed, and hit Christian in an intoxicated state, which was now becoming a daily routine for her as much as her workout routine was. She became so controlling that she often accused her boyfriend of seeing other women as she dragged him out of clubs, diners, and social events. She even confessed in the We in Miami podcast that she was toxic in a relationship and did not like when someone told her what to do.
You know you're toxic.
Yeah, like in my life, I don't like anybody to tell me what to do.
Yeah, so you only want them to tell you what to do in the bedroom. Other than that, you don't want them to tell you anything.
Right. No, that's exactly it, yes.
Yeah. So that sounds like you're a control freak with your relationships.
As their altercations became more and more frequent, neighbors grew concerned. Police were called in many instances to intervene in domestic disputes between Christian and Courtney. On some such occasions, the couple denied any altercations between them, while in other situations, the police were forced to physically separate the two of them. On one such occasion, police documented that they saw bruises on Courtney's arms and legs. Another time, neighbors complained that they saw Courtney pushing Christian in the elevator lobby. It can be understood how hazardous the situation was becoming from the simple fact that in the couple's first 3 months in the apartment, police were called 13 times. The situation had deteriorated so badly that staff were in the process of evicting them from their luxury apartment. However, even after so many altercations between them, just like in most classic toxic relationships, they found themselves in each other's arms once again. Often after particularly bad fights, Courtney would bring expensive gifts for Christian to apologize. As this went on, they became an on-again, off-again couple, breaking up and reconciling week after week. The fighting never ceased between them. Courtney blamed him for using her money and getting addicted to the lifestyle she was paying him. In a surveillance video from an elevator in February 2022, Courtney could be seen continuously hitting Christian while he is trying to defend himself. He never hits her back. Finally, in March 2022, after going back and forth for a long time, Christian realized that this relationship was not working and called it quits once and for all. However, he often went back to the apartment to spend time with Courtney, as he did not want to end things on a bad note. He also took the dogs out for walks, even after the relationship was over. On April 3, 2022, Courtney invited Christian to the apartment they once lived in together. Around 1:15 p.m., he took the dogs out for a walk and then picked up some lunch for Courtney and himself. Courtney called Christian at around 4 p.m. and then went live on Instagram. Shortly after posting the video, she called him again. He returned to the apartment around 4:30 p.m. Nobody knows what went down in the following moments, but at 4:57 p.m., police got a 911 call from Courtney, seeking an ambulance for her boyfriend who was bleeding out from stab wounds. In the distressing call, Christian can be heard in the background saying, "I am losing feeling in my arm. I'm going to die." To which Courtney replied, "I'm so sorry, baby," before disconnecting the call.
On that 911 call, Christian can be heard in the background repeatedly saying that he was dying. Defendant Clenney is also heard saying, "I'm so sorry, baby."
First responders were dispatched immediately. Upon reaching Walks, they discovered a gruesome scene. Christian was laying on the ground covered in blood and unresponsive while Courtney was sitting beside him covered in his blood. Although there was no sign of life in Christian, paramedics still took him to the hospital in a desperate attempt to save his life, but he was pronounced dead at the hospital. In the apartment, detectives began their crime scene observation after placing Courtney on the balcony. She, however, did not look traumatized or in shock. Instead, she was seen snuggling with her dogs. Later, police joined Courtney on the balcony to ask exactly how Christian got stabbed. She said, after getting back into the apartment, Christian got violent with her by yelling, screaming, and even aggressively attacking her. By her own accord, fearing for her life, Courtney claimed she then grabbed a knife from the kitchen and threw it at him from a distance. She claimed she called immediately after realizing that the knife had struck him in the chest, causing him to bleed profusely. She also added that she did not mean to kill him, but was left with no choice after Christian manually choked her. She voluntarily went to the police station to make a formal statement about the attack, claiming self-defense, but arranged to have a lawyer present before doing so. After the interrogation, Courtney was voluntarily admitted to a psychic ward due to her unstable mental condition. However, it was later revealed that she had threatened to commit suicide. After police reviewed their record of previous domestic dispute incidents involving Courtney and Christian, they concluded that it was an unfortunate incident of a domestic dispute and not murder. So, after just 48 hours, almost without any real investigation, the case was closed and Courtney was released without any charges. Meanwhile, Christian's family was distraught over the incident. A loving and kind man is gone too soon from the world just days before his 28th birthday. If Christian's death wasn't enough, the attacker was released back into society without any consequences. It was at this time when a video surfaced on social media spotting Courtney at a Miami hotel bar trying to have a drink with her father. Social media was split over the motive of the murder. While some people believed she was guilty, some people still thought she had only acted in self-defense. Christian's family was adamant from the start that this was a murder. They stated that surveillance video alone is proof of Courtney being the primary aggressor. They found it impossible to believe that a compassionate man like Christian could choke someone that he deeply loved. With the police's lack of attention, Christian's family was left with no choice but to hire a lawyer who then started digging into Courtney's past. Shockingly enough, he found out that it was not the first time Courtney had shown aggression towards someone. She was responsible for breaking the jaw of a bodybuilder in 2017 and attempting to stab a previous boyfriend. This is not all. She also had a domestic battery charge against her from July 2021, from an incident in a hotel where she threw a glass towards Christian's head, narrowly missing him. All of this evidence, along with her DUI charges, painted a different picture of Courtney. Police finally reopened the case and began a proper investigation. Many discrepancies were found in Courtney's narrative during this investigation. She claimed to have called 911 immediately after the stabbing, but phone records would later reveal that Courtney called her mother 2 times around the time of the stabbing before calling 911. It was more than likely her mother was on the phone when the stabbing happened. Courtney sought help approximately 13 minutes after the stabbing, wasting precious moments which could have saved his life. She also claimed that she threw the knife at him instead of directly stabbing him, but a medical examiner stated that a knife thrown from a distance could not have resulted in a wound similar to what Christian suffered. Rather, it was a wound that was caused by a close-range attack piercing a major artery, which ultimately caused his death. Besides, there were no defensive wounds found on Courtney's body, so acting in a self-defense claim could not be further from the truth. It would take 4 long months and constant persistence from Christian's family for police to finally charge Courtney in Christian's death. Their efforts finally paid off when, on August 11, 2022, Courtney was arrested while seeking treatment at a rehabilitation center in Hawaii and formally charged with second-degree murder. She attended a hearing the following day and agreed to be extradited from Hawaii to Florida to face the charges against her. Courtney Clenney, as of the date of this video, is currently being held at Turner Guilford Knight Correctional Center in Miami, Florida, following extradition. She pleaded not guilty to the crime through a written statement. Her next scheduled court date is September 6, 2022. Do you think it could be premeditated murder? Do you think that self-defense was a justified claim? Or do you think it was just a crime of passion? Comment down below to share your thoughts. Thank you for joining us in today's story. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more episodes like this.